This LGBTQ, it's a project. There's something bigger behind it. If we just look at it the way it is, then we won't see the problem.
I tend to imagine it's all about crushing Africa.
Yeah.
The blacks.
The blacks.
There's no other reason.
Yeah.
There's no better explanation to this. LGBTQ is made to crush Africa by the West, by ensuring that Africa never stands on its toes. So whoever is embracing this, if you don't get to learn today, you'll somehow remember this, but it will be history. That this funded agenda is out to collapse the African society, nothing more.
So, to my dear father or mother outside there, who's having a young boy or a young girl, I want you to see the future of your son, who's married to another man, who has married another man. How many children will this young boy of yours have? Will she really reproduce? Will your name be remembered in the lineage of your grandchildren? Are you going to be having grandchildren? No. And then it's high time we stand against it.
Hello, dear viewers, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to our reactional TV channel for the day with Mr. Blue. Mr. Blue,
Yeah.
karibu tena sana.
Nimeshukuru sana.
Yes.
I feel so much honored to be here.
Yes.
Yes.
Pleasure is all ours, man.
Yeah.
We need you every other time. Yeah. And it takes a lot of sacrifice
to be here
to be here.
and to even make these videos.
Yes.
So if you have the chance to watch, please listen and also give us your views.
Yeah. In the comment section below, kindly, you can comment. A negative comment, do it. We appreciate that. It means that you have watched and listened. We need your subscriptions, like kura za baba na kura za serikali combined. It's a humble request because we need them to grow our channel. Again, welcome back to today's conversation.
Yes.
And our reactional video
On the LGBTQ. So the effects of the LGBTQ to African heritage.
Yes.
How is this thing affecting our ways of life as Africans?
Yes.
Is it something positive or is it something negative? We get to hear it.
Yes.
And we are reacting on your Museveni video.
Museveni of Uganda, isn't it?
Yeah, I call him Museveni. You know, I think
What does it mean?
Museveni did something big, and it's somebody. Museveni. Yeah.
The big,
The big fish.
Big fish
Yeah.
in the deep seas.
Yeah.
Let's listen in to Yoweri Kaguta
what they were doing.
Museveni while
That's
being
what I've been told
interviewed by
recently.
one CNN journalist. Please join in the listening.
President Obama.
Respect,
Lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender.
respect African societies and their values.
For once time you have seen a lion standing firm to protect his territory.
What if all the African kings and queens, because it's against our culture and tradition.
Our culture and tradition.
What if all the African kings, because we have queens, there's no king without a queen, right?
Yeah, there's no king without a queen.
What if all the African kings and queens will stand in the same voice as Yoweri Kaguta Museveni? What do you think can become of Africa?
We could become of a great nation. Africa is lacking the voice, and we should be the voice of the voiceless.
That is why Jenga Kenya TV
Is here for you.
is here for you. Let us listen in.
If you don't agree, you just keep quiet, let's manage our society, then we will see. If we are wrong, we shall find out by ourselves.
By ourselves.
Yes. If we are wrong,
We shall find it out by ourselves. We don't need you to find it out for us.
it is very, very encouraging for someone to have his or her own research. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It
right.
gives you an opportunity to eternalize whatever you are impressing.
Yeah.
And that is why probably Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, an African president, is firm on this. Let us learn it by ourselves.
Ourselves, man. We can't do this as African.
Look at how the lady curves in,
Yeah.
because of that voice of authority, right?
Yeah, the authority voice.
In African traditional setup,
Yeah.
men had a voice.
Had a voice. A great voice.
Men had a voice. The voice that we are hearing in Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. But it's no more.
We don't have that anymore.
It's no more.
Men that want to be made to be ladies. LGBTQ. We want to make men to be ladies.
So she's coming and trying to humble the spirit of this lion,
Yes.
Museveni. Yeah?
Mhm.
What is your observation about this? Let's listen in. Very interesting, yeah?
Very interesting, yeah.
Of course, they are disgusting.
Disgusting.
What sort of people are they? How can you go? I never knew what they were doing. That's how I've been told.
Even say don't know what they were doing.
Yeah, because it seems like for them, for the West to come and follow up on this agenda, there is a probability that they started it long time ago, but they were doing it under chini ya maji. We call it under the carpet, right?
Under the carpet.
Yeah. So they are coming to So they are coming to a farm, and then just like me, the African king is perplexed. I never knew this was going on, man.
You're devastated.
You are
You're
bringing a
surprised.
new agenda home. I've never heard of this. I never knew what they were doing. It's disgusting.
Disgusting, man. It's
So,
really
what they do is terrible. It's disgusting. But I was ready to ignore that if there was proof.
yeah.
That's how he's born, abnormal. But now the proof is not there.
The proof is all about the gay agenda.
The gay agenda. Actually, we'll be dwelling so much about the gayism because the lesbianism, it's something changeable. You know, it's a dynamic thing. But if a man chooses to be gay and then he has given up his manhood, once he becomes gay, he will never become a man again.
He's dead.
He's dead. You see, we have two deaths. The deaths of inside death and the actual death. You see? So as for you as a man, to come to that point of making the decision of being a gay. You know, going back to our Africans' ways of life, sex was something sacred. You see? Sex was sacred to African people. And that's why I want to give you a short anecdote about a monkey.
A monkey?
Yeah, this monkey was drowning in the river.
The monkey was drowning?
Yeah, it was really struggling for its dear life.
Mm-hmm.
After successfully made out, escaped from the death, it sat by the riverbank, gasping for air.
For air, yes.
And then all of a sudden, he saw a fish jumping up and down inside the water. And to his mind, he thought of, could this fish be struggling?
Oh, the way I've been gasping for gas, for air in the water. So probably this fish is struggling and it needs to be gotten out of this water.
Really need to be gotten out of this water. So what he does, he go and get the fish out of sympathy. And he successfully made it.
Throws the fish on the ground.
He put the fish
on the dry land.
On the dry land.
What happens?
And then he went home happily.
I've done my part.
Joyful
in saving.
Yeah, saved a life. But in real sense, if we could really see, if you could really look into it, if this monkey was brought to the court, he's been charged with a murder, what would you do as a judge?
I say no. No, as a judge or as a monkey. If I was the monkey, I would say no. I did my part in saving
this
alive, because I was in the same situation, drowning in the water.
In the same situation.
And when I got out, I felt liberated. So I argue out that I've not done anything wrong. What I only did was to save a life.
Save a life. This is the same thing to Americans. We are not struggling of the agenda.
Okay, so the analogy of the fish in water is that
we African, we are enjoying our traditional way of life, and they are going astral to the normal way of human life. They are struggling with their gayism and lesbianism, and now they want to bring it to us.
They bring it as a problem to us.
Yeah,
they think they are saving a life.
They are saving us.
Why they are getting the fish out of the water?
Out of the water.
To kill it.
To kill it.
Wow.
So they're trying to kill us. They are not saving us.
That's a great analogy, man. I've never thought, I've never had that so strange. Thank you so much. Man.
So that is what is happening. We African, we have really enjoyed this thing called sex. It has been of great use to us.
For procreation.
For procreation.
For generation prosperity.
For generation prosperity.
Yes.
And if you have to do it for pleasure, then you do it under a marriage.
Yes.
It is enclosed in a marriage. Sex was something sacred.
Yes, between a man and a woman.
And a woman.
Yes.
And now, since these people are struggling of their self-identity, they want to bring it to us, thinking that we are struggling the same problem, of which we are not.
I find the point. I find the point.
And that's why your 70 say,
let our problems
be our problems.
If it's a problem, we will take care of it.
We'll take care of it.
Let us blame ourselves, but leave it to us. It takes me to another. I don't know why America has chosen, CNN has chosen, BBC has chosen to send the women to Africa and preach all this concept of homosexuality. And let's have a clip about the visit of was it Kamala Harris? No, Paul Kagame, reacting to
a lady,
a journalist, from America. Yeah,
from America.
Yes.
Let's see.
Yeah, Paul Kagame.
This is Paul Kagame. This is reaction.
You were speaking about Africa, and I'm here with the Bay Area Report. Reporter, which is the LGBT newspaper, and for people who don't know what LGBT is, that's the gay and lesbian community.
What are she saying?
For
The-
people,
newspaper? What newspaper?
newspaper about the LGBTQ or something.
So there's a newspaper for the LGBTQ?
And
Good
I'm
place.
here with the Bay Area Reporter, which is the LGBT newspaper, and for people who don't
Yeah,
know what
it's a
LGBT
newspaper.
is, that's the gay and lesbian community. So I'm wondering, you've done so much for women in Rwanda, and they have so much power. I'm wondering, is the LGBT community a part of the future of Rwanda?
You have done so much
for the women.
for the women in Rwanda.
Yeah.
So I wonder if
Mhm.
LGBTQ is part of
Part of things to be done for the women.
in future. Let's listen again, man.
You have
Just,
done.
just listen in again.
And for people who don't know what LGBT is, that's the gay and lesbian community. So I'm wondering, you've done so much for women in Rwanda, and they have so much power. I'm wondering,
She starts by appreciating
Yeah.
what the guy has already, Paul Kagame has already done
Done
for
for the women.
for women in
Mhm.
Uganda.
Mhm.
It's like a follow-up,
Yeah. Yes.
program. Now we are done. We have succeeded in the first phase
Mhm.
of empowering,
Of
the
empowering
women.
the women.
Now, why can't we move to the second part,
Parts.
which is now?
Demoralizing the male.
Okay.
being
Okay.
part of the future of Rwanda?
So now, she's trying to say like, this LGBTQ, it's part of the future
Yeah.
of Rwanda. So it's something to be put in,
Yes.
in priority, in much consideration.
No, I'm finding something here. I don't know if you are seeing this. She says, we have finished up with one program that we wanted you to achieve on our behalf, which is empowering
The
women,
ladies.
isn't it?
Yeah, women.
Now we are on the second phase.
Mhm.
Don't let us down.
Down.
Yes?
Yeah.
You get that?
Yeah, I get you.
So before you do something, there's something called groundbreaking or
Yeah.
preparation.
Preparation before you cultivate.
The eventual thing has to happen.
Yeah,
Now, the first phase is this. You have empowered women.
yeah.
You have managed, successfully helped us to separate woman from man, isn't it?
Yeah,
By empowering
the woman.
the woman. Now, why can't you help us further by implementing this thing called LGBTQ? Let us watch and see what she's up to.
I don't know if I understood what you just asked, but I guess I understand.
I don't know.
I don't get
I don't know if I've understood this, but I guess, meaning what? It's strange to me.
Something strange.
It's strange to me.
the guy is really struggling with the words. I
It's-
don't know if it's English or he's so devastated that
This guy
they
is,
could bring this so clearly up.
no, it doesn't make sense to his hearing. And that's why I don't know if I've heard you right, or
Wow.
when somebody tells you, I don't know if I'm getting, I've heard you right, it
some-
means that there's something you've talked, but it's not making sense
In my ears.
in my ears. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
LGBT,
Homosexuality.
yes. It hasn't been our problem.
Yeah.
Yes,
It hasn't been our problem.
it hasn't been our problem.
We African, we never had the problem of LGBTQ. We never faced that problem.
Is that what he means?
Yeah, that's what he's trying to mean.
But I'm getting it in a different way.
How are you getting it?
The way I'm getting it is that wait until it is here with us and come ask us. I don't know how, we digest these things differently.
Yeah, we digest it differently.
What do you make of his communication?
You know why I say, like, we Africans never been having the problem. You see, if it just stated, it has never been our problem. So it means that they have been not having such an issue, such an incident happening around. If there will be a problem, then they have different problems. Apart from this, LGBTQ.
Yeah. It's also
they're having different
problems to take care of. This is not part of the problems.
This is not part of the problem.
Let's listen on.
And we don't intend to make it a problem.
You see now, it has not been a problem.
And we don't intend.
And we don't intend to make it a problem. We have problems.
Yeah. We are fighting infrastructure, you have yours. The same way Museveni said, let us handle our shit, you handle your trouble.
Your trouble.
Yeah.
And the same way I said it, from the anecdote
Yeah.
of that ideology of the monkey and the fish,
Yes. Yeah.
we never been struggling. The fish was not struggling as much as this monkey was struggling.
Women were not complaining until the feminists came and told them, you are being oppressed.
Oppressed.
You see?
Yeah.
Men were never at war with their families. Until the feminists came and took the women away from the men.
From the men.
You see?
Yeah.
So these are created problems.
Yeah, created problems.
In other words, what Paul Kagame is telling the journalists is that you are trying to create a problem to us.
But we don't intend to make it us.
We don't want that problem to be part and parcel of us.
Now we have come on the same ground.
Yes.
That's what I was saying.
Exactly. I get you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, I got you, bro. Yeah.
So we are struggling
Exactly.
with all kinds of problems we have. And as I said earlier, we want to have everybody involved, participating. That means, as I said, being there for each other again is because we mind being supportive of each other, we mind the stability that comes with allowing people to live in harmony. And I think we've made good progress on that. So this far, since, as I said, that is not a big problem for us, I don't want to make it a problem.
It's not been a problem to us.
And we don't want to make it.
I don't intend to make it a problem. What does it mean? Why is he insisting on problem?
Wait a minute. Could this guy be talking of courage? You know, I saw another video of President Uhuru Kenyatta.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the lady stated, do you know you're putting yourself into a trouble? So could it be that this guy is in fear
to be entangled into that? Probably, yeah, because That happened in the regime of President Uhuru Kenyatta. That is, many years. This one is more current.
This one is more current.
Yeah. But so, then we can't argue out and say that whatever President Kenyatta, Uhuru Kenyatta, told the BBC brought him any problem, isn't it? Although there were some sanctions thereafter. You see now the problem that they cause? They come cause the problem and they bring the sanctions to the land.
To the land.
We were just trading well with them recently. The farmers here in Kenya were complaining that they had taken their product, the European market, and then their product had been halted at the European market. When they called there, they are told that we have rejected your product, you can come and pick your products. Why? Because you are against the human rights. What are the human rights? Recently we had the visit of, was it the First Lady?
The First Lady. The First Lady was in the
and country. The conversation was big around the same issue.
It was beating around the same
which forced our then President Ruto to come out and say, no, we say no to this.
We say no to
the churches said no, everybody said no. And now they got the message back and say these guys are oppressing the LGBTQ, which never used to be a problem to us. Probably that's the same problem that it's called Paul Kagame is saying, that we don't want you to bring us the problem, to create a problem and start off another gameplay of sanctions saying that we are not impressed. That could be the reason as to why some of the African presidents are trying to piga chenga, you see? And avoid facing the real things. The same, the way Yoweri Kaguta Museveni of Uganda has been so bold about it.
Face it.
Probably some of the African presidents just meandering around so that they maintain that relationship. You see? Or what is your take?
Yeah, that's it. I get you. I get your point.
Such that by the time the interviewers are done with the interview, they have no concrete accusation against. The agenda is not confirmed. And then the president has not confirmed whether he accepts or he doesn't accept LGBTQ. But it will be so prudent if Africans will come out bold as Yoweri Kaguta Museveni did, so as to salvage a generation to come. Because talking of population, now China has the highest population rate, yet is a threat even to the West in terms of the economy. So what's the problem if Africa, very young, very small in population, has to populate itself and grow? What is the agenda behind the push for the LGBTQ? Which his intention is just to control the population. So that
Africa don't grow.
No, you don't get to deplete the resources that you have, which are required by the West.
All right. So they're scrambling.
These are scramble for Africa.
For the African resources. They have known that there are resources, so much resources in Africa. And the only thing that they can take these resources away is to decrease the population. To limit the population.
So that you don't use the resources available.
And also to empower the men to be so focused on this agenda.
Instead of production.
Instead of the production, and we don't focus on the growth of the Africa, of the land at large. Maybe standard of living. You see? Because you see now, this one, as much as they are supporting it, because if I can really tell, this gayism, if a man have this intimacy, is causing a problem to you. The problem, the the sanction of Africans, those who don't support,
Yes,
those who go against
whoever goes,
against their
they create a problem, and then they want it to be a problem.
They want it to be a problem.
They ask you if you support gayism, you say no.
No.
They go and say he is oppressing, supporting oppressing, lesbianism and gay rights.
Yeah.
You see, but it was never your part of
It's
your.
something that has never been existing.
So what we are learning today is that the West creates a problem. I think that's it's a law in business.
And
That you have to create a problem to solve a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, you create a problem, you come up with a solution.
So the West wants to create a problem for Africa so that they find a solution to the same problem.
To the same problem. That's why they're like, we can fund it.
Yes, we are ready to fund.
We are ready to fund it. And
Yes.
who came up with the idea?
We never wanted it.
It
in
is
the
not,
first place.
it is not our idea.
No, they come with a problem. They fund the problem
They
as
fund
a
the
pilot
problem.
project. The
And
problem now starts running.
They say
They find a cure.
we have solution to it.
Mm.
We put it under the human right. So whoever prays and go against it, it will feel like it's going against the human right.
It's like manufacturing a virus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and letting that virus out. The same applies with the laptops and our computers, whereby somebody sits somewhere and generates a virus,
A virus.
so that you get to find an antivirus for the same.
Antivirus.
So that you are not selling out of the virus, but you are selling the antivirus. You create a disease and to enable the pharmaceutical industry to grow, so that you can get to benefit out of the pharmaceutical. So the West is sponsoring this motion knowingly that this is going to create a problem to Africa.
Yeah. So
And so we'll create as a way of solving the problem.
yeah. You see, there was a documentary I watched. It's called The Beneficiary of the Beneficiaries.
Beneficiaries or the beneficiaries? Yes.
Yeah.
Who
So-
benefits from the benefit?
Yeah,
From those who are benefited.
Yeah, who benefit from those who are benefiting.
Mhm.
So this is like the same way they are bringing up the agenda.
Yes.
And who do they approach? The president.
Mhm.
So when the president support the motion
Yeah.
of the agenda, it will benefit.
Yes, it will benefit them.
It will benefit from the beneficiaries.
Yes, yes.
So it
yes.
becomes the beneficiary of
The
the
beneficiaries.
yeah.
So the beneficiaries, the original initial beneficiaries are the West.
The
in
West.
this aspect.
Yeah, they are the
Now the president, by acknowledging and accepting to this, it means he becomes a beneficiary of the beneficiary.
yes, and that's why even in these cases of genocides, you see the cases of wars,
They are sponsored.
they are being sponsored,
They are funded.
they are being funded. So this thing happened, and we're like, there's no peace in the country. No, there is peace, but there are
Someone created a problem.
somebody created a problem, and the person who's used to create the problem is a person within us, and that's why it always says the enemy is not from the outside.
Yes, within.
The enemy is within. So we are ourselves enemies.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
and it's the first time in the history I'm seeing the Africans coming together
Yes.
to go against
This one big enemy.
this one big enemy.
Yes.
Because this thing, we are so much rooted. As much we've been taken away from our culture and our tradition, our spirits, or like our souls, they are so much rooted into it,
Yes.
into our heritage.
Yes.
In that we know this is something abomination. It's
This is
something-
wrong.
this
We
is
have
very
accepted to other things.
wrong. We have
but
accepted
this
to other
one-
things, but this one is no. You see?
As you say, it's the very first time that all African nations have come together to say no to one agenda.
One agenda.
It's
Yeah.
very, very wonderful.
It's very wonderful.
But have they won?
Okay, you see now, this where
Have we won as Africans?
we have not won, because why? Now they try and bring the same locomotion, the same motion that they brought during the time of colonization.
Yes.
They conquer some. There are those who collaborate with them.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Yeah, the colonialists.
Yeah, during the time
We
of
had the
colonialism.
loyalists
And
amongst
among us,
the black.
among
Who
us the black.
They are called the collaborators.
Those who collaborate and those who resist.
Mm.
And those who collaborated, they were lured.
Yes.
They were lured with, you know, we can give you weapons to fight your enemies.
We are taking you for training.
We are taking you
for
for
education.
training.
Yes.
You guys are going to benefit from
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
So they become the beneficiaries.
Of the beneficiaries.
You see?
But on return, selling out their brothers.
Yeah, selling out their brothers.
Yes.
They have been given something. They have been it's like you going to a house and maybe you want to see somebody, like a young boy. You see him and you want to meet his sister.
Yes.
And you're like, yo,
You have
this
sweet.
sweet
Yes.
girl called
Yes.
my sister.
Yes. Yeah.
So who's going to benefit?
You are the beneficiary.
I'm the beneficiary.
But now the boy is
the little boy is
innocent. Yeah.
very innocent.
Yes.
We just take the sweet
Mm.
and you feel like, yeah, this person cares for me.
Mhm.
So this is what they're doing.
Yes.
This is their way of, it's a project.
Yes.
It's a project. This LGBTQ, it's a project. There's something bigger behind it. If we just look at it the way it is, and then we won't see the problem.
I think I tend to imagine it's all about crushing Africa.
Yeah.
The blacks. It's
The blacks.
There's no other reason.
Yeah.
There's no better explanation to this. LGBTQ is made to crush Africa by the West, by ensuring that Africa never stands on its toes. So whoever is embracing this, if you don't get to learn today, you'll somehow remember this, but it will be history. That this funded agenda is out to collapse the African society, nothing more. To Qatar, to Saudi Arabia, why can't they go and preach this to Saudi?
You see now, the reason why, as much as the Arabs have religion, they are so much rooted in their culture. And that's why you see they don't go astray to their social norms. They stick to it. You see? But we as African Christian, because we were brainwashed with the doctrine of Christianity.
Soften the hearts and
We were first brainwashed with the doctrine of
Yes.
Christianity. And that's why if they come up with something, we easily get
embrace
reward.
it.
We easily get change. Because we do as they do.
Talking of the religion, I don't know. It's really brainwashed us. Because even as we speak, America itself was not rooted on the foundation of Christianity.
Of Christianity.
Yeah.
Because if it was rooted in the foundation of Christianity, we see in the Bible the story of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Sodom, yeah, sure.
The Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed
Yeah, because of
the same agenda that they are bringing
to sell to us.
to sell to us now. So that means if then the doctrine of the Bible it's some true things, and then it means they want us to be destroyed. They want to destroy Africa.
Yeah, sure. If the Bible is real,
If the Bible is real,
then the agenda is very wrong.
then the agenda is to destroy us.
Either of the two is not making sense, is it?
Either of the two is not.
But
making
we'll
sense.
say that the Bible makes sense in this way. Bible is very traditional.
Yeah, it's a very.
But the way an African was meant to interpret the Bible, the brainwashing that you are talking about, was meant that now somebody who reads the Bible has to be so loyal and meek.
Yeah.
Blessed are the poor, for they shall inherit the kingdom of God. You see? Such that Even if somebody takes away what belongs to you, you just let it go.
You just let it go.
What about them? They are not ready to do that.
So now they want to take away the manhoods in our youth, in us.
Yes.
They want to take away the manhoods.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't stand up to go against,
Then we are doomed.
then
We are doomed. There's no future generation.
They
Just
will-
the way Kamala Harris put it.
Mhm.
Think of it. This generation
Station.
is 19 years. What will become of Africa in 50 years' time?
in 50 years.
So they are thinking on our behalf. They are worried on Africans' behalf that in 2050, Africa will have populated the earth and there will be nowhere to step in.
So, to my dear father or mother outside there, who's having a young boy or a young girl, I want you to see the future of your son, who's married to another man, who has married another man. How many children will this young boy of yours have? Will she really reproduce? Will your name be remembered in the lineage of your grandchildren? Are you going to be having grandchildren? No. And then it's high time we stand again and say,
If you want to live forever, if you want to live forever, one, have a son.
yes, have a
If
son.
you want to live forever, one, have a son. If you want to live forever, two, plant a tree.
Planet 3.
And you want to live forever, write a book.
Right above.
Ladies and gentlemen, till next time, wish to say thank you and thank you so much for taking time to view our reactional video. Feel free to leave a comment, subscribe, like. We are insisting on like. Liking is simply hitting that.
And don't forget to share it with your brother and sister.
And for those who have not subscribed, we are only starting. I remain to be your King Farmer, together with my fellow King. Boo!